All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It is the year of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, the crazy part about this really is there are so many things this year that you can look at it as a person, as a human being, and say, man, that's something you're going to remember forever. And it feels like Shai has a lot of those this year. And I had to take notes in my notepad before I was going to create this video so I could have all the tabs pulled up, because there is quite a bit of never forget accomplishments. And what I mean by that is something that you will literally remember forever as a human being. That is something that will never, ever go in and out one ear of your brain. When you hear it, you're going to think, oh man, that's crazy. Anyway, let's get to it. SGA, obviously a hell of a season, hell of a team. But just as an individual, looking at some of his accomplishments this year, let's get it started with the most important one. That is winning the NBA Finals. Not only that, if you go to the conference finals, he was the conference finals MVP. Hell of an accomplishment alone. Even though Siakam, for example, didn't win the finals, he's going to remember forever for the rest of his career, man, I won the conference finals MVP. To some people, they might not think much of it, but it's an award for a reason. It is a big deal. You were still the best, or at least the most valuable player. In this context, I would say best player for the series. Then you have the finals, of course. We just talked about that, but also the finals MVP. There is not a whole lot of people who get to be in the finals MVP category. Obviously, for every team, you have about 12 players on the active roster. 15 at the start of the season, but like 2 of those are two-way players and whatnot. But anyway, about 12 players on the active roster. Only one of those guys per year gets that MVP nod. Not only did Shai do it for the Western Conference, but he did it for the finals, being is he the first player with both of those? Who won it last year? Jason Tatum, I think, won it last year. Because last year was the year that they first introduced it. Let's look at this. Larry, I guess I could have had this stuff ready beforehand, but it's fine. We're doing it now. Larry Bird Award winners. Yes, okay. There's not going to be a long list, but it was Jaylen Brown, 2023-2024. Larry Bird. Damn, so he won both Eastern Conference Finals and Finals MVP? Or did JT win Finals MVP? Let's look at this real quick. Finals MVP. Oh my God, Jaylen Brown got both Finals MVP and the Larry Bird trophy. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Jaylen Brown's the only player on the East to ever do that. On the West, let's check this out real quick. It's the Magic Johnson. I guess it's been that long since this award came out. It doesn't even feel like that long. But yeah, let's NBA Western Conference Finals trophy winners. Steph Curry, 2021, 2022, and he won Finals MVP. Okay, so Steph was the first player ever to get both. Jokic did it as well. Yeah, Jokic did it as well. And then Jaylen Brown. And then now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay. I definitely forgot about some of these. No worries, though. Still an amazing accomplishment for Shai. Obviously, that's ring number 1. And what ideally for him is a dynasty. Here, we're talking about the money he's getting paid now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander agreed to a 4-year, $285 million Supermax contract. That's a little over $70 million a year. That's generational wealth right there, my guy. $285 million. You're going to take care of your kids, to say the least, with that kind of money. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. Money is money. You guys know the value of money. This is an amazing accomplishment for anyone, let alone an NBA player. And then now you talk about another accomplishment that you never forget. It's the first signature shoe for an NBA player, or any player, let's be honest. But first signature shoe he got with Converse here. And am I a fan of the design? Honestly, they're not bad. I don't think this colorway, I guess, is what's not doing it for me. But if we go to his blue colorway, I would say it looks phenomenal. So let's look at the images here. Maybe, yeah. So these are the blue ones that are inspired from his brother. Not really a good view there. Here, this is the best view we're gonna get, it looks like. But the blue one looks really, really cool. Is it gonna show me? Yes. I think those actually look really cool. Again, it's a huge accomplishment for anyone, let alone an NBA player. I mean, how many people have signature shoes that aren't NBA players? I think Patrick Mahomes has a training shoe. The Rock has a training shoe. I'm sure there's others that I'm not thinking of. Oh, there's baseball cleats. People have signature baseball. I know Bryce Harper has a signature baseball cleat. Shohei Ohtani probably has one by New Balance. I would imagine. I'm not sure. That's just me guessing. Anyway, big accomplishment. The next big accomplishment. He is the leader in points per game. Not in the playoffs. If you type in on Google points per game leaders, it's going to show you the playoff numbers. Regular season, he is the leader at 32.7 points per game. That is something you're never going to forget. You can say for a whole year, yeah, I was the best scorer in the NBA, statistically speaking. No ifs, ands, or buts about it when you're the points per game leader and total points leader, because he was also available. He made himself available very often. This is just accomplishment after accomplishment, and we're not even done yet. Here is the next one, the final one. Arguably one of the lowest ones on this list of amazing stuff, because let's be honest, this is all pretty crazy. On the cover of 2K26, I mean, just announced today, definitely a big deal. It's going to help your socials, not that he needs it too much. When you're the cover of any video game, especially a video game that is as popular as 2K, whether you like to admit it or not, if you go to the PlayStation Store, you hit browse, 2K is going to be one of the top played games. And yeah, this is definitely an honor for anyone, let alone a Canadian guy who, when was the last Canadian that's made the cover of 2K? I can't even think about it. Let's see. NBA 2K covers. Let's just look this up and see if there's anyone that's Canadian on here. I can't think of one. All right. JT's obviously not. Keeping it going. Vince Carter, that's the Hall of Fame edition. WNBA edition. Okay, Kobe is the cover of 2K24. Definitely not Canadian. Keeping it going. I don't know if I want to check this too long, because this is a long list of shit. Okay, I looked it up. He is the first Canadian. If you type it in on Google, for whatever reason though, my Wi-Fi is acting up. But anyway, if you type it in on Google, it says he's the first Canadian on an NBA 2K cover. Although apparently DeMar DeRozan was an alternate cover for NBA 2K in Canada back in 2018. But in terms of just global, yeah, Shai's the first Canadian ever on a 2K cover. So I've just named a bunch of lists and accomplishments that anyone, if one of those were to happen, you're going to remember that forever. And all of those happened in the span of a year for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So pretty wild when you think about it. Let me know what you guys think. I've been cheering for him for a while now. It's pretty well documented on this channel that he's been my favorite player for quite some time. Even when, he's getting a lot of hate, my opinion is my opinion. He's just my favorite player to watch. And as you guys saw why, he's just silky smooth, man. I did film back in the beginning of the year on him, and maybe I'll do it again next year. I don't know. I got to do film on a lot of players, to be honest with you. Offseason is the time to do that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe. This is Always Been Different. Always Been Different. And we out.